Welcome to PostGrid Combo. In this video, I am going to show you how you can create a PostGrid with our PostGrid Combo plugin. We have support for both the shortcode and Gutenberg blocks. In this video, I will create a shortcode based PostGrid. However, if you are comfortable with WordPress block editor and want to use blocks to create your PostGrid, then check out my video description. You will find the video there. Okay, as you can see, I have already installed our PostGrid Combo plugin. Actually, I have installed both the free and pro version. So to create a shortcode based PostGrid, first go to all PostGrid and then add new. Giving it a name, suppose my PostGrid. And under query post, the post option has been selected by default, but you can add any other available post type like product. This post taxonomies option will change depending on the selected post type. So for post, under post taxonomies, we can query post depending on the post categories or tags or even by various terms. If we don't set any condition, then our grid will query all published posts. As you can see, by default the post status option is set to publish. Also, you can query post in various order or set a post per page option. Actually, we have many options that you can customize, and I don't want to go through each one of them because the most of our setting is self-explanatory. Like this option says, exclude by post ID. By simply reading the label, it's obvious that we can exclude a specific post by ID. And by seeing the input placeholder, you can imagine how to pass multiple post IDs. Okay, here is the include by post ID option, and it just do the opposite thing of include post ID. If you are wondering how to find the post ID, when editing a specific post, you can find the post ID on the URL section. Anyway, here is the no post found text option. Actually, this option name itself says it all. When you have no posts available to query, your grid will show this custom message. You may notice so far we are customizing options for the normal grid, but we have other options like filterable, glossary, slider, or even you can create a collapsible grid with our PostGrid Combo plugin. Some of our features is only available on our pro version, so you might want to check out our pro version as well. I will put a link on this video description that will guide you to right direction. Okay, now let's focus on our normal grid. So far we have customized some basic query option. To customize the actual grid, go to the grid settings. And here you can set a column number for various devices. Suppose I want to show a 3 columns grid on desktop and 2 columns on tablet and 1 column on mobile. Also, you can set a percentage value instead of the column number. Suppose 30% wide for each column on desktop and 50% for tablet. You get the idea. For now, I am happy with my column number. Okay, let's publish the grid and see how this looks. As you can see, 3 columns are showing on the desktop, 2 columns on tablet and 1 column on mobile. To customize the space between columns, go to the item style tab and adjust the grid item margin option. For experiment purpose, let's set a 100 pixel margin. And here you can see the output. Let's put it back to 10 pixel. Okay, now let's explore the most important section, layouts. By default, our grid uses an empty layout, but you can import an awesome looking layout from our layouts library. To import a layout, just click on this import button and patiently wait a few seconds. After that, refresh the setting page, and as you can see, we got the layout. And to use it, click over the layout and update the grid. Here you can see our grid is using that layout. Also, you can customize these selected layouts to fulfill your needs. Suppose I want to change the color of the post title. For that, go to the edit mode of the layout. And here you can see all the elements that was used to create this layout. A nice little preview here. So to customize the post title color, let's expand this post title panel, and here you can see the color option. After customizing the layout, click on update, and on the front end you will see the desired result. Also, let me tell you, you can add or remove any elements from the layout. We have created some elements that you can use. Suppose on the layout I want to show the post author name as well, and I want to show it right after the post title. So on the layout editor, click on this author element and position it right after the post title. Now update. As you can see, the author name is now showing on my grid. To add a style to this element, let's expand. Suppose the font size is 12 pixel and it's working. Now let's try to add only a bottom margin. So on CSS, the value works as clockwise. So the first value will apply on the top, the second value on the right, the third value on the bottom, and I want a margin here. So let's add a 15 pixel bottom margin. And the fourth value is for the left side, and we don't want a margin here, so let's put 0 pixel. Now let's update the layout, and on the website you can see the style is working as expected. Also, if you want, you can add a prefix or postfix. Under the wrapper HTML, you can write custom text or HTML. The actual value for the author is stored on %s variable. So let's write the actual value first and then add a prefix or postfix. Suppose I want a prefix by. Here you can see the prefix is successfully added. If you have a basic HTML knowledge, you can create an awesome layout from scratch. To create a layout from scratch, click on this add new button. Give your layout a name. Let's call it only thumbnail. When you are done, just publish the layout, and your layout will appear under layouts. Okay, to get the newly created layouts, we have to refresh the page once. Here it is. To apply the layout on your grid, don't forget to select it and update the changes. Now on the front end, you can see our grid is using our only thumbnail layout that we just created. Since we have added the thumbnail and nothing else, so only the thumbnail is showing, but you get the idea. Okay, now let's focus on pagination. You can use different type of pagination on our PostGrid combo plugin. By default, a normal pagination is selected, and you can customize this pagination in every possible way. We have a bunch of options added on the pagination setting. Also, you can use Ajax pagination or load more, as these are more user friendly. Let's see how the Ajax pagination is behave. Okay, we are not seeing the pagination here because I have only 10 posts created, and by default our post grid shows 10 posts per page, so nothing to paginate here. So to test the pagination, go to the query post and let's change the post per page option to 4 and update the grid. Now the pagination is showing, but more importantly, when you navigate to the next page, you can see the posts are loading on the fly. Our website doesn't take a reload in order to show new posts. I think that's an awesome feature that you should include. Also, you can add a search form on your grid. To enable the search feature, just go to the search tab and set yes on the display search form option. And on the front end, you can search for a specific post and the post will appear after finish typing. The actual web page doesn't reload because we have a search option as selected, but if you change it to on form submit, then the web page will reload and the functionality will work is more like a traditional form. That's all for this video. If you have any questions or need help, we suggest you create a support ticket. You can find the link under every blog, and if you are comfortable with our plugin, please rate us on WordPress. Your review is much more beneficial to us. Thank you so much for watching.